Good morning everyone. This is MacBook Air 2018 A1932 model. This is a 13-inch Mac. As you can see, the screen is completely shattered. So today in this video, I'm going to show you how to replace it. You don't need to take into any shop and spend a lot of money. Instead, you can do it yourself if you follow some safety procedure and if you know the basics of it. Okay? So it seems it's very complicated, but it's not. You just need to follow the steps in correct way and do it yourself. And here is the replacement. I bought it from online. It cost me around £189 from eBay UK site. And they wrapped it up correctly. So make sure it's not damaged. And now I'm going to show you the replacement just to have some idea how the replacement would be. So as you can see, the complete panel, top panel is coming out. It's not the inner screen, it's the actual panel, okay? So it means if you do have any scratch, big dent or anything on the screen sides, it's going to be also replaced. It's cool in one way and much easier than any Windows laptop. So as you can see, that's the actual replacement. It comes with the connector. That means we have to include this panel. All right. And there is the hinges, as you can see, both of the hinges. If you try to pull it with your fingertips, you're not going to be able to do it. Instead, you might get injured. So use a screwdriver gently. Don't push it too much, otherwise you're going to make another crack on the new screen. As you can see now, it came out. And first things that you need to do, you need to switch it off completely. Press and hold. Make sure it's not on or in sleep mode. Check. Flip it. And I always use iFixit tools to open up or disassemble any laptops or Apple devices. Alright, so unscrew all the screws from the back cover. We need to use the screwdriver number is P5. Make sure you keep all the screws organized so it would be much easier to put it back. Once the back cover removed, it's pretty simple. The first things we're going to do is to disconnect the battery. That's the first thing. Before you touch into any other component, that is the first priority that you must have to do. At this point, we're going to take out this Wi-Fi antenna, which is secured with 4 screws. And this one most probably take T4, Torx 4. Remember, T4, T5, T3, Torx 3, 4, 5, and P5. These are the screwdriver that you needed to complete this task. Alright, so make sure you keep those organized and keep doing it. So as you can see, those are quite long. And still this one is not coming out. Why? Because there are another 2 screws into the center point which secured this panel, antenna panel. So take those out and then keep organized, because at the beginning it shows everything is pretty simple when you're taking out. But if this is first time in your life and last time, then you're gonna mix it up with the screws, and those screws are really sensitive because the length are different. So when you try to put it together, it might gonna damage some other components. So I can see this panel also come out. If you get stuck, then you can always observe it, like what to do next by looking into the replacement. As you can see, I had to use another P3, I believe, T3, the smallest one. Now we need to disconnect the actual Wi-Fi antenna connector, and then we need to pull a little bit. It should come out. It seems it's pretty stiff, but if you pull it gently, it should come out without any issues. Here we go. Okay, remember the pattern, how to take out. And now we're going to take out another 3, 3, 6 screws from the hinges. This is T5. We need to find the right one, which is Torx 5. All right, so here is the challenging. When it's flat close, it's very difficult to pull the hinges out. So you need to use the screwdriver the way I done, and also you can lift it a little bit gently. So in that way it comes 45-degree angle, and then you can just take this out. Very careful when you lift that, because sometimes it could slip from your hand and make some sort of damage. We need to lift it a little bit more, around 90-degree. And I'm going to hold like that. And you see, once I push it back, it's going to come out like this. Yeah, it's done. If you look into the screen, you see that's the actual panel. And there are some screws also left there. We can take this out later on. Now let's clean all those and put it back. I would suggest you don't remove any sort of films or anything, because sometimes the replacement part could be faulty, and then you can test it out yourself before you pull those films out. So easily you can return it in case if there is any problem. And the sellers, of course, would believe this is manufacturer fault. It's not that you done something. So double check the replacement part if it looks same. If you recognize something different, then don't try it. Stop here and get the right replacement part. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing. How we put it back, we're going to put it back on. It's a kind of challenging sometimes because of the connector always pushes down. Still it should go. Yep. We need to bend a little bit. Good. Because now if you push it directly, it's going to crack. So we need to go through the hinges and the bottom panel together. Now let's put 6 screws back just to secure these hinges, and then we'll repeat what you done, and we're going to use same screwdrivers to get things sorted. And still, if you do have any question, don't forget to leave it in the comment section. And also I do have similar sort of videos in my channel. You can look into it, and if you do like, please support this channel by subscribing it. Alright, so at this point we're going to put back this Wi-Fi antenna. When you put it back, make sure all the flex connector from the replacement panel comes through it. Okay, and then check the alignment. Make sure before you push it down, you check the alignment and push it down gently. There is nothing to damage, but still sharp edges could damage the actual screen flex cable if you don't bring it in through this antenna. Okay, and once the alignment is correct, then you can put back all the screws. Remember, this stage you take T4, and you can always check it and gently connect it, 4 of them. And then another 2 would be into the center point. That also take T4, if I'm not mistaken. If not, you can try in between T4, T3. And don't keep rest of the screwdrivers next to it because you're going to be so much confused. So finally I can see the screen is working, the pixels are correct, there is no dead pixel or anything. I don't have the password, otherwise I was going to inside and check everything. And also I can see the Wi-Fi signal in there, so everything is pretty cool. So we've been able to do this replacement or repair without any struggling, without any issues. So what did you learn from here? We need to have 4 screwdriver bits, P5, then T5, T3, T4. That's all. And thank you so much for watching. I hope I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye for now.